Morning, everyone, and thank you for attending the LA Latino Chamber's first webinar of 2026. Our webinar today is with VelaONE, and the title is Revolutionizing Retail with VelaONE. I'm Olivia Rios, Director of Operations and Programs at the LA Latino Chamber, and I'll be your host for this session. With over 25 years of POS software expertise, VelaONE helps businesses leverage technology efficiently. They are a premier POS point of sale company here in Los Angeles County, and they are committed to working as one cohesive team, upholding values of honesty, reliability, integrity to empower our community. Our speakers this morning are Gustavo Cheverria, Gilberto Placidon, and James Kim. But before we begin, we ask that you mute yourselves. Questions can be added to the chat box and they'll be answered at the end of the session. And at this point, I'd like to turn it over to Gustavo. So welcome, VelaONE team.
Good morning and buenos dias, and welcome to the first annual Latino Chamber of Commerce and VelaONE webinar. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Gustavo. I'm the technical support lead here at VelaONE and part of our leadership team. I work directly with business owners every day, helping them understand their numbers, fix technical issues, and take control of their payment processes. My goal today is simple: to bring clarity, transparency, and real-world insight into how payment process affects your business. At this point, I'm going to bring in Gilbert. He'll introduce himself, and later on, he will walk you through why VelaONE is built differently and what that means for your business. After Gilbert, you will hear from James. He'll introduce himself, and later on, he will share how we support the community directly, face to face, and what resources we built specifically for the Latino business owners.
Hello, everybody. My name is Gilberto Placidon, and I've joined this company a little over a year ago, and I've taken up multiple roles to try and understand the company from inside out and to understand why it's different.
I'm a director of sales in the VelaONE. And well, today I'm gonna share um, not as a sales. I'm not here to sell anything today. And then I'm actually gonna share our vision of from the VelaONE, how we can work together with the Chamber of Commerce. And I'm gonna pass over to Gustavo to kick it off.
Perfect. Before we talk about solutions or technology, I want to start off with a simple question. How many of you Latino business owners know exactly how much money your business lost last month because of payment processing? If you didn't raise your question, don't worry. Most business owners can't answer that question. It's not because they're not paying attention or because they don't care. It's because the system is designed to make those losses harder to see and read. And that's exactly why we're here today, to bring clarity, transparency, and real business control back to you as Latino business owners. Because when you don't know what you're losing, you can't protect what you're earning.
Mhm.
Let's talk about something real, something that affects Latino business owners every single day: establishing trust within the Hispanic community. For our community, bilingual support isn't optional, it's essential. If your provider can't explain your fees in Spanish, how can you trust them with your money? And transparency, that's everything, especially in today's payment market, where fees change, rules shift, and most providers hope that you don't ask too many questions. Our message is simple: work smarter, not harder, and the only way to do this is with information you can actually understand. With VelaONE having over 10,000 accounts on our retail Vela POS system and another 10,000 restaurant accounts on our Verona POS system, which is our restaurant POS system spread out through the United States, the truth is many Latino business owners aren't struggling because they're doing something wrong. They're struggling because the system wasn't built for them. We see the barriers over and over again: language barriers, long-term contracts, and penalty fees, providers who disappear after the sale, competitors who drop off equipment and never train the staff or the owners. These things don't just slow you down, they cost you money and peace of mind. And here's the part nobody talks about: these problems hit Latino businesses harder than anyone else. Why? Because we're loyal, we're hardworking, we try to figure things out ourselves, and sometimes that loyalty gets taken advantage of. That's exactly why VelaONE exists, to level the playing field for our community. Let me share with you all where all this got started, because VelaONE wasn't created in a boardroom. It wasn't created it was created from real struggle, real experience, and real frustration. It started with our CEO and something as simple as an ice cream shop. He dealt with the same problems many of you deal with: no help in his native language, confusing fees, slow systems, no visibility, and small leaks that turned into big losses. That shop taught him something important. If you do not control your your payment process controls you. With his expansion into the dry cleaning world, from there we expanded into dry cleaning. That's where everything changed. We studied every step of the workflow and saw how much money was slipping through the cracks. We built our we built our system better tracking, better visibility, and what we learned was something much deeper. Every business struggles with the same core problems: not knowing where the money is going. If we could fix it in the dry cleaning world, which is one of the most complex industries, we can fix it anywhere. If we could, that was the first step towards creating a POS payment process that works for business owners and not against them. Eventually, we realized the problem was never the hardware. The real problem was how money flows, how fees are structured, how providers hide information, and how merchants are left in the dark. So we built VelaONE with one mission: to give business owners clarity, control, and a partner who actually shows up. We're not a salesperson, not a call center, we're a true partner. I will go ahead and transition to Gilbert. And with that in mind, I'm going to pass it over to Gilbert, and he's going to break down exactly why VelaONE is built differently and what that means for you and your business, your revenue, and your future.
Hello, everybody. So, as you now know, that the beginnings and the current state of the market, well, the beginnings of VelaONE and the current state of the market for, let's say, payment processing or the point of sale market in general, we'll go over how we solve the problems that they have and what's something different that we bring to the table. So first and foremost, we're not just a POS company, a point of sale. That's what we mean by POS. What we are is really a financial tool. We're here for the clients with respect to actually trying to help them to save money or to, which means to increase your profit. So because what we've noticed is that a lot of clients that come to us, it seems to be the condition that it's kind of like a frog boiling in hot water. They don't notice how things are changing over time until it gets really bad. And so what that means is that initially, when they sign on for a system that's supposed to make their transactions easier to help their operations, becomes a burden in the long run. As fees creep up, they get more expensive. You're forced to switch hardware in unreasonable timeframes, and overall, it just leads to more bleeding than one might imagine. And so sometimes you need a reset and someone comes in with a new idea of, hey, maybe we can save people money and provide them with the same operations, the same value, and see if that can actually work out. And if honestly, it seems to be the case from the time I've been here. We've seen how when people jump ship, we can still maintain their operations and still save the money at the same time. So we come in like a lean organization, looking to actually make a change in that respect. So you'll see here that we have like a 7% on average profit margin. And what that means is that when we come into, let's say recently was a candy shop, we came in and we simply read their statement for them and we actually educated as to what was going on in their statement that was causing their the profits to be tanked in that way, right? So it became a burden where we noticed that they could save a couple $100s a month on a new rate and a new system. And it was actually, if you can sell a 5% profit margin to somebody, they're saving money in the long run. And if you qualify, you don't even have to do SaaS fees like people typically do nowadays. We have different kinds of modalities in which someone can actually save money and provide the same kind of operations. So I'll go over that as well. Um, so so I want to show you an example how financial success looks in action. What that means is we have a lot of clients coming, jumping ship from another competitor, and the problem usually is that there's that risk, or at least the fear, that operations will slow down as they transition to a new system. They have to train employees with the new system. And there's also the risk that it may not go well for whatever reason. And so there's always that fear in the clients. And we usually try to combat that fear by having operations flow very successfully on our end so they can switch over very easily. Mm. So what it looks like before switching and after switching for our clients with VelaONE. And since we operate in a very lean fashion, but very dedicated, meaning our support is 24/7, it's bilingual, and actually it's really trilingual because we offer not English and Spanish only, but also Korean. And so we're trying to increase the net that we can grab in terms of the attention from people through multiple languages. So we'll be adding that in the future, but we're trying to expand in that respect because we understand that support, it shouldn't be something that you have to pay for in order to get more access to something that is essentially essential. And so when our support is called in, we handle the issue immediately, and there's no tiers of support that you have to go through in order to get the best support possible. Because if we want to maintain a client long term, there has to be at that level the foundational pillars of a company. So we notice a lot of complaints about other competitors having not the best support. And what I mean by that is that sometimes you have to pay to get even faster support, more support. You know, you have a limited queue on calls. Um, Sometimes they don't support other languages, so other than English. And if you want a different language, you have to spend a lot of time waiting for that. And that's just like the user experience just starts to go down in quality. So what I've noticed is that over time, as a competitor ages and tries to find ways to increase their profit, it's the support that goes down, the quality of the software and hardware that goes down, and the pricing actually goes up. So that's the conundrum, and that's why there's other companies like us that try to come in and actually offer clients with a different outcome, which they actually save money. So that's what we try to offer. We try to educate our customers as well. Like I said earlier, so we try to educate them on what kind of hidden fees and surprise charges they're being charged in their statement, and try to offer them a different alternative. Because we kind of go with like the Amazon approach, like a Jeff Bezos, in which he is so loyal to the customer that the customers are loyal to him. So we follow the same sort of philosophy. We try to be loyal to the customers in the ways that matter. And so we try to foster a longer connection with the clients. So, like I said earlier as well, if to make it as easy as possible to switch over, we also have solutions that we lower the SaaS cost, the software as a service licenses, or we have no license costs at all, depending on if you qualify. So we try to make it easy for everyone to switch over to um, our service. And so I mentioned the candy store earlier, how we did save them money, but there's other ways that we found out that you can actually increase the revenue without directly being sort of like the statement fees. One example is a taco place. They were charging a certain fee for customers to sit down and eat inside the restaurant. But what we noticed is that we recommended for them to actually remove that fee because customers will actually instead go to another place to eat for free, like to sit down and eat for free in that respect. They don't have to pay the extra 50 cents or whatever. And so that kind of like insight actually increased his foot traffic in his restaurant. He got more profit out of that. So sometimes it's just direction on how to apply certain fees. And then we try to actually educate our customers in that way. So yes, and lastly, time savings. If you have an accountant that needs to read your statements, in order to do tax season, right? That's coming up. We can actually offer the accountant a separate license so they can log in and actually check without you having to interact with them at all. So we try to save time in that respect and make it easy for them to actually access your account when they need to. So we try to have you spend less time on admin and more time on actually working the system. So we make it easy as well, how you can actually manage the point of sale system. So we keep the customer in mind and at the end of the day, what makes it easy and good for them. So I'll go ahead and pass it over to James in order to for him to explain what this actually matters for the chamber.
Okay. Well, I want to say hello one more time. And I did introduce myself as a sales director at VelaONE. And I want to share a little bit of my background. Before I joined the VelaONE, I spent over 20 years at a global logistic company founded in Japan, where my last role was a branch manager. And financially, I was pretty comfortable, but my work-life balance was not. And I felt I had reached a point there where I could no longer grow. And when a close friend of mine introduced me to VelaONE, it was a new industry for me, but I quickly understood the company's vision, its a long-term potential, and the impact it could have on local communities. I joined the VelaONE because of the vision and the people and the opportunity to build something meaningful. That's why I'm here today and why I truly believe what we are building at VelaONE. Chamber of Commerce exists to help local business grow, create a job, and keep communities strong over the long term. Everything they do is focused on helping business succeed in the healthy and sustainable way. What we're talking about today fits very well with the mission. This is not a short-term program or a one-time product. It's about helping business operate better and grow stronger in today's changing economy. This is also not just about solving small daily problems for one business. It's about building a strong business environment where local business can grow, reinvest in technology, and the customer needs continues to change. When the chamber supports a solution that helps business run more efficiently and make more money, it doesn't help just one company, it helps the entire local economy. So let's talk about, what it really means, especially for the Latino business community. As I mentioned before, when local business become more profitable and more efficient, the benefit goes far beyond one store and one location. When business owners make more profit, they have choices. They can invest back into the business, such as buying better equipment, improve customer service, or expand their operation. They can also support their families, which is very important for many family-owned businesses. That's money usually stays in the local community, and business owners hire local employee, work with the nearby vendor and spend money locally. This is, how strong local economies are built. As a business grows, they create a more job and they can offer better pay and more stable work over time. This helps the entire region grow, not just a short time and for many years. This is very important for us. We are not focused on quick sales or short-term result. We are not interested in a solution that works today but fail tomorrow. We focus on long-term relationship. We want to help business succeed year after year, even as a market, technology, and customer behavior changes. The long-term mindset is exactly what the chamber works towards every day: strong businesses and strong communities. And this long-term commitment is just not something that we talk about, it's how we can do business. Okay, so what are we committing? At VelaONE, we are truly committed to grow
together with the Latino business community. Many Latino business owners are family owned and passed down through the generation. These businesses are deeply connected to their neighborhoods. They support family, create a job, and bring people together. When these business grows, the benefit goes far beyond the owner. Employees have more stability, family have more opportunities, and community becomes stronger. That's why we focused on partnership, and we work closely with the business owners to support long-term growth, not quick deal one-time sales. When Latino business grows stronger, chamber grows stronger. The local economy grows stronger, and the entire community moves forward together. This is not a side project for us. It's not just marketing. Supporting a Latino business community is a core part of who we are and how we define success. Now let me show you what this commitment looks like in the real life. So our support in local is hands-on. We believe in no solution is for one solution is for everyone. We don't believe in only remote support where business feels alone. We work directly with the business owners in their language and in their community to understand their real needs and challenges. Every business is different, and then the support should match that. The commitment that is not just an idea we can see in real result. You see in the long-term partnership, ongoing support, and the business that continues to grow year after year, not just at the beginning. Our goal is very simple: to be trusted, a long-term partner, not just a vendor, but a partner who truly cares about long-term success. So now actually that brings me to the invitation to you. We're a local company, usually about 30 minutes away from where you are. That means the real success, real support, and real relationship, not just the email or automated systems. We invite you to visit us and see the system in person. We have a live demo station for both retail and restaurant businesses, so you can see how it works in real situation. This is your chance to see the system in action, ask real question and about your real question about your businesses, and the honest conversation without pressure. We truly look forward to be connecting with you, and that's pretty much it for me. Thank you. I think we can take some questions.
So I'm back on. It's Olivia. So is there any questions anyone has? So from what I understood, James, you invited members who are here on our call today to try the system for free at your location, at your office. So how can that work? So if someone has a restaurant, they can, I'm assuming you have models that you've used for other restaurants that you can try out. So you
Yes.
have different models for different businesses, correct?
Yes, generally speaking, it can be the fine dining or the full, the quick service restaurant, just like, so like it goes into two sector. When we speak of the restaurant, so we have all the, fancy name brand the gadgets that I can't really say it loud here. Yes, but we do have all the equipment that's possibly needed, and then the features that you guys would need it for both fine dining and then a quick service, such as like online, ordering, payment at the table, such phones. This goes, far beyond. Not only that, as we started to build our POS with the, retail system, we actually, when it comes to retail software, I don't see much of competition. To be honest, because the real life example, how fast we grown into this POS, it was just last year. Um, I'm targeting. I mean, I'm just focusing on specifically Latino supermarkets. We
Mm-hmm.
actually switched about closer to, well, I believe it's 80 supermarkets from other POS system to ours,
Mm-hmm.
because it was basically, to them it was no comparison.
Mm-hmm.
And then slowly the word spreads in that the central region in the United
Mm-hmm.
States. They actually, wanting to switch it to Bella.
That's good.
So
That's good for you.
Yeah.
One of the
So
biggest hitting points for the Latino community is that we offer technical support in the native language, which is Spanish.
Yeah, that was going to be my next point is, it's really critical because you do have folks who go out, I used to work in a BID area, and a lot of the business owners, were bilingual, but their native language is Spanish. And
Right.
so sometimes when you're trying to buy equipment, your mindset or your process thinking is more in your native language than English because it's an adopted language. But I think
Correct.
it's really key to understand the community that you're serving and that you're
No,
getting
of course.
business from. And I think that's a big plus because I've run into other POS companies and usually the salesperson knows, Spanish or another language, but trying to understand what's, the intricate part and how it really operates and the benefits of just selling or, going with your system, it's key. You're
Yep.
selling not just a commodity, you're selling a product, a service, and you're also affecting their bottom line, which is kind of, at the end of the day, everyone wants to spend less, have less fees, but make more profit somehow.
Very true. And as well, the working language within the POS software can be switched to Spanish as well, meaning you don't have to train your staff or the owner doesn't have to be trained in learning English. They can actually work within their native language as well within
Yeah,
the
that's
POS
first of its
environment.
kind. Yeah, that's first of its kind. So congratulations and kudos to the Vela team. So I was on your website. So you have a couple of different systems. One that's I guess restaurants and hospitality. You
Correct.
also
That would be our Verona POS system, which is, like you mentioned, deals with restaurant and hospitality industries, and our retail arm, which would be Vela POS, handles retail.
Okay. And so, for those who are here, I know we have someone who's a dentist, someone who sells a best does safety devices. Is
Okay.
is there something that maybe you can recommend that they use to possibly entice them to use your system? Can you give us some scenarios?
Um,
I know I'm putting you
uh,
on the spot, but
It's okay, please.
mhm.
One of the biggest things we get is when we're transferring a system that is Hispanic owned and they don't really have the capability of switching the language to Spanish. One of the first questions that we get is, "Are you able to support me and my team in our native language, which is Spanish?" And as we've been discussing this morning, we are able to do that, and they get. It's not only the beginning conversation, towards the end of the conversation, we usually get a thank you so much for being able to help me in Spanish, because not only that, the language barrier and crossing the I's and dotting the T's. I mean, sorry, crossing the I's and dotting the T's. It's tough for Hispanic business owners when dealing with English and trying to convey what they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis.
Mhm. Okay. Now, is there any questions that anyone has?
I
I
do
know,
have a question, actually.
yeah,
Please.
please.
I wanted to know, I'm in I'm a caterer, so I'm more like the restaurant industry.
Oh, perfect.
How do you guys
Very nice to
differ
meet you.
from, you too? How do you guys differ from Toast? Because they are pretty big in the restaurant industry for
Toast, I will
POS.
be really, really honest. I'm not the type of person to drag anybody through the mud. They have their business model, but we are a lot cheaper. We do have a lot of the same features, and I can honestly answer this with an honest, sincere answer. We provide better technical support, meaning you call us, we're gonna jump into gear the moment that you call us, listen to your issue, and provide you a solution.
Okay,
That's one of
thank
our
you.
differences. And as well as if you're located in in California, we're actually neighbors. We have a lot of leverage in what we can do to help you out on a personal basis. Meaning, if your business is down, we can send a tech to help you out. It's the doors are wide open, especially if you're located in the Los Angeles area. If you would like, I could take down your information and send you an email so we can talk about your system or the difficulties you're currently facing with Toast.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just I don't have a restaurant yet.
No problem.
We are.
We help a lot of ghost kitchen as well as caterers. One of the biggest
Oh,
things that
okay.
I can honestly say that we helped out a lot of our restaurant merchants during COVID. A lot of them did not have a catering service, so we reached out to individual businesses. Hey, let us help you out. Let us create a catering module to help you stay afloat during COVID. We did that, and we helped. We were able to help out numerous accounts all across the United States stay afloat just by creating them a simple catering menu.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, we're in the building stage, I was gonna say, of
Okay, no
opening
problem.
a
Please,
storefront. So that's
whenever
why
you're
we
ready,
kind of.
please, we will be
Okay.
here to help you.
Thank you. I
Of
appreciate
course.
that. And learning about a different POS system, because obviously the what kind of comes to mind is Toast, because that's in your face, for the restaurant industry. So it's good to
Yeah,
know
of course.
that there's something else.
Right. Another thing I just would like to convey, we're a payment solutions company, not just a POS. So we help merchants figure out how they can save money, where their boat is leaking. We help to plug all those leaks for you as well.
Right. And there's a question from Jesse Mares. So I guess the question would be, let's see, compared to Bank of America. Jesse, you want to come on and clarify your comment or question?
The question is, how do you guys compare to the POS that Bank of America offers small businesses?
Oh,
And I have a bookstore, and so the question was, have you worked with bookstores?
yes, we have. We actually have a few bookstores under our accounts. One of the differences between us and the Bank of America POS arm or their division is we actually can provide technical support in Spanish, which from what we hear and we understand, because we've switched over a few of the BofA accounts to Vela and Verona, is that they have a limited number of bilingual technical support agents, meaning they're going to get you on the phone and try and get you off of that call as quick as possible so they can take on more issues or more calls, because remember, the call centers work off of call quotas. As to where you call us, we're going to take time to listen to what your issue is, provide you a solution, and make sure that your system is running before we hang up with you. We're not going to treat you like just another number in our stable. We're actually going to care about how your business is performing, because at the end of the day, your business up and running and performing the way that it should benefits us as well. So we're kind of like, we treat all of our accounts as partners, because we're definitely it's kind of like a backdoor, behind the scenes partnership. But we're here because we care and want your business to succeed. And not only that, when your pin pad or your system goes down, that's a direct reflection upon us. So it's in our best interest to keep you up and running the way that you should.
Thank you.
You're very
Well,
welcome.
I'll get your information from Olivia. Thank you, Olivia.
Of course, please, here to help.
You're
Please.
welcome. Mhm. So I know we have someone from City National Bank on the call.
Okay.
Is there a way that you complement some of these financial institutions that you can work together, or is it
Of
complete?
course, and anytime that they have, I know that they deal with a lot of new business accounts. They
Mhm.
have leads coming in every day. In the event that they're not offering a POS system, please, we would love to become their POS service provider for their brand new accounts.
Okay. All right. And
Thank you, Olivia. So glad to be here. This is my first time and just trying to get acquainted with everybody. Vela, that was a great presentation.
Welcome.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Yes, I would love an email with your presentation
I will,
information.
please,
And
I will definitely send you an
yeah,
email. Please
100%
provide your
we'll get
email.
you
Yep.
connected to
We
the right
can
people.
definitely discuss a partnership. It doesn't have to be anything set in stone. It's as simple as you send us a lead and we can talk to them. And as well, we
Mhm.
will, in the event that we get a merchant that does not have a bank account, we can send them your way as well.
Yeah, I would love to. Maybe we can do a one-on-one and I
Perfect.
can
Of
pick your
course.
brain on certain scenarios. That would be
Anytime,
great.
please. Love to jump
Yes,
on a call with you.
but
yes,
it's really important to make these kind of ties, these types of partnerships, collaborations, because
yes.
anyone who is here on the call knows that, that's what the chamber is here for, is to support you whether with a connection, a resource, training. That's, I guess you can call it our bread and butter, but through support like City National Banks, we're able to bring these events and
Yes.
trainings together for our members. So at this point, I'd like to thank VelaONE for
Thank you so much, Olivia, and thank you to
presentation.
the Latino Chamber of Commerce team, and thank you for everybody attending. We appreciate it and
Thank you,
we're
everybody.
grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone.
Thank you, Olivia.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Olivia.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us.